me a minute to get to questions, but I'll get to it because I'm trying to answer questions and color at the same time. I don't think they can see that. How does it look on your end?
And the color's a little light, but it looks okay.
And so I'm just going to lay this on each petal. So it is such a gloomy day today here in Washington. What's the weather like wherever you guys are? Dave, did you fix the comments? Did you type something?
Your mom's typing, but I can see it, but you can't.
I can't see my I'm sorry, guys. I can't see my comments for some reason. What did I just do? So I'm trying to fix that because I can't see the comments and I can't see you guys asking questions. So this is just going to be the first layer of color. And it's really light layer. You don't want to make it too dark, because if you make it too dark, you'll take away the tooth of the paper, and we want to still add more layers, and to be able to add more layers you need more tooth in the paper. I can't see anything. This is driving me crazy. I mean, I can't see comments. It's driving me crazy. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just checking things. You're good.
But I need comments.
I know.
Is anybody saying anything?
It's just your mom talking. She said click on comment and they should come up.
Click on comment and they should come up? I am, and it's just like my screen is just showing a blank box. I have a screen that says comments, but inside of that there's no comments. It's like a blank box, so I'm not seeing anyone's comment. And it's driving me crazy. So I have the first layer in, and I just put a very light layer. Oh wait, I forgot the middle petals. So let me do the middle petals. Is there any other comments, sweetie?
Aunt Mary said hi.
Hello, Aunt Mary. How are you? Thanks for joining. I'm having a problem with my comments, so if I don't talk very much, or if I get to your question late, I'll get to it. I'm just having an issue with my comments not coming up for some reason. So I have the first layer in. And you guys let me know if you are not being able to see what I'm doing. I can zoom in a little closer. So I'm going to go to the next color. And my next color I chose is going to be, I'm going to go to a darker color, which is the PC 924, which is like it's crimson red. And my pencil is very little. You can tell I picked this color a lot. And so I'm just going to go where the petals are bent over. You kind of want to go around that. You want to go around those little bent parts and add your color. And so I'm just going to do that now.
Yeah, there's something broken with the comment seeds.
Yeah, it's like my comments is just broken. They're not, I don't know why.
See, it's just stuck.
Can you look at my iPad and let me see if...
Okay.
I'm going to look on my other, on my iPad and see if I can see the comments that way. I just would feel better if I could see the comments. But I'm taking this red around the edge of this petal. And I'm going to log in from my iPad and see if I can actually see the comments. So just bear with me for 1 second while I do that. It's taking me a second to get in. You're ridiculous. Okay. Stop. How do I join it? I can't join it because I'm already in it. I can't join it. I'm already joined. I can't join it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this around to the next petals. I guess I'm not going to be able to see comments. I don't know what to do about that. Sorry, guys. I still can see through my husband, so he's telling me what everyone is saying, if someone's saying anything.
Yeah, Mary says she can see it just fine.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can see it just fine, Aunt Mary. So, do any of you guys have this book? Or this is a newer book? Or does no one have this book yet?
World of Wonders.
It's called World of Wonders by Johanna Basford. So I'm going on this with medium pressure when you go around the edge of the flower with this red. I'm Mary. What's the weather like where you at? You in Ocean Shores, right?
Here's your comments, baby.
Take the sound off.
Sounds off. You can see the comments.
Yay, I can see my comments now. Hey, Michael.
Here at work, you can chat. Everything's fine. So you can chat just like normal now.
Yay, I can see my comments now, guys. You can put it, just open it this way. If you turn it this way, can I still see it? No.
Now your comments.
Turn it back the other way.
I'll get some.
Aunt Mary said marine air is fine. Feels like a winter day. It does feel like winter. When is summer coming? Yeah, thanks to Chris. He saved the day. I can see my comments now.
There. And then just chat the same way.
Okay. I know I talk when I chat. You guys type. So I'm just laying this red on all of the flower petals. It's a bunch of flower petals. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can here. Hopefully we'll be on here for about an hour. And if it goes over that, I will cut it short, because I don't really want to go over that. And I don't know how long you can do a Facebook Live anyway. I think you can do about 2 hours. Mary said after the 4th of July is when summer comes. Well, I hope so. The brush that I was using. The brush that I'm using is, it's lagging.
It's a makeup brush.
It's a makeup brush. And it's just a regular makeup brush. I use this to get the crumbs off of the page, because the pencils are so soft that the crumbs fall on the page. And usually what happens if you don't use a brush, it'll smear into your other colors. It'll smear into the page, onto your other, the picture. So for it not to smear, I use this lovely little makeup brush that I found on Amazon. I think it was like $2 or something. But yeah, I love it. And the bristles are really soft. So it's just a makeup brush. You can get any kind of makeup brush and use. But I found that that's what works better. Thank you for asking that question. So I'm just going back to laying down the red onto the petals. So my comments are lagging a little bit, but I'm still seeing them. So I guess the lagging is just Facebook world. There's nothing I can do about the lagging. So it'll just take me time to answer your question. And if I don't answer it, you can ask again and I'll get to it, hopefully. So the next color that I'm going to go to is this is a PC 922 Poppy Red. And it's like an orange color. So I'm just going to bring that. This is going to be my next color. And I'm going to put that color right next to the red. And right where I left off where the red at is where I added in. And I'm just adding that around the petals. So this is my first live. Hopefully we get more people to come because I didn't really schedule this out too much in advance. It was a little short notice because I wasn't sure if I was going to have time to do it yet. But I said, oh, well, let's just go ahead and do it. But the next one won't be until June 6th because I have a lot of other things coming up. My husband's brother is coming into town. And we're going to be spending time with family and having a barbecue and things like that. So I just won't have time to get on here and do a live. But June 6th, I'm planning to do a live every Sunday. And hopefully I can build up viewers to come watch. And I can answer you guys questions, your coloring questions that you may have or that you get stuck on when you're coloring by yourself. Or we can just chat and catch up. So that's the plan for the future. What do you guys think that you will be able to participate in that? Or does it sound like something you guys would want to participate in? I'm not expecting everybody to show up every Sunday. I mean, I know you might have some other things planned, but does Sunday seem like a good day for most of you or not? And so I just have to remember which one I put this color on because it almost looks like the other color. So now I'm going to go to the next color. And so far we have two colors on here. So I just have one more color to put. Aunt Mary says Sundays work great for her. Okay, thank you, Aunt Mary. I was thinking Sundays are the day that, you know, people are winding down and not really doing much. So I thought that would be a great day. And the next color that I'm doing is Spanish Orange PC 1003. And I think what I'll do next time is I'll actually do it in advance of a date. And I'm just putting this color on right after the other color. Right after our last color on each petal. So what I'm thinking, let me go back to saying what I was saying. Thank you, Mom. Beautiful so far. Thank you. What I'm hoping is that you guys can learn a little bit of something and I can answer your questions in person or not in person, on live. So I'm just adding this color in to the next color. And I have to do it at an angle so you guys can see, which is kind of hard, but I'm getting it. So the next live, I'm thinking that I'll put out in advance when we do it, which will be June 6th, which will be the next one. But I'm also thinking of putting out what book I'm doing and what picture I'm doing. So if people want to follow along, they can have their supplies ready to follow along with me. Could you do it in reverse with the orange red colors first, then the yellow? Yes, you can. The only thing is the first yellow that I put down, you should put that one first. The lightest color. You want that to be over the whole pillow, so you want to put that one first. But every other color you can do in reverse. You don't have to do in this order that I'm actually doing it in. You can go from light to dark. I'm going dark to light, but you can go, you know, light to dark instead, the reverse. So yes, you can do it in any order you want to do it in. You don't actually have to do it in the order that I'm doing it in. Great question. But most people, when they're colored, they go from dark to light, like I'm doing. So, but the only thing is that the first layer that I put down, which was that really light yellow, I wanted that to be over the whole petal. Because I wanted to give it it's basically like a base layer. And so that needed to be the first one. And I'm going to go back in with that color again and make sure that it's in there pretty good. So I think I got all the colors in here now. And I'm just going to go back to the first one, which was our, I can't even tell the name of this one because my pencil was so little. And I have it inside of a pencil extender. When your pencils get little, they have extenders that you can put your pencil in. And this one is really tiny. So I have it inside of an extender, but I can't see the name of it. But the number is PC916. This was the first color I put down. And I'm just going to go back in and try to blend it out a little bit and make sure that that color is in there at the bottom of the petal. And you just want to go around the bottom of the petal, not anywhere else. But yeah, a lot of people like to do light to dark also. So you can do light to dark if you want in that order. All right, Mary asks, what brand are my pencils? My pencils are Prismacolor Premier. They look like this. They say Prismacolor Premier on it. And this was my first set of pencils. My very, very first set of pencils that I bought before I even knew how to color. I researched what pencils to buy and all of that good stuff. And I chose these ones. And these are my favorite ones to this day. I have a number of pencil sets. You guys won't believe how many pencil sets I have. I'm not going to even say because you guys might be like, okay, you're weird. But I have a lot of pencil sets, and the Prismacolor is my favorite because they're so soft and they're creamy and they lay down very easily. When I bought them, I bought them about 7 years ago. And so I'm done with putting all the colors in there. And so I'm just going to interrupt myself and grab my blender pencil. And for you guys who don't know what this is, it's a wax pencil with no color. And it's by Cardenci. And it just helps blend the color together. Blend all the colors together. So you see how right now the tooth of the paper is showing through, which what I mean is there's white specks. So if I pick it up and show you guys, you can see that there's white specks in the picture. I'm going to lay it back down. But once I put the blender pencil on it, you'll see the difference. It'll just blend all the colors together. And I'm just going to blend all the colors together with this blender pencil. I love my blender pencil. But anyway, to finish answering Mary's question about what pencils I was using, I bought these pencils about, I want to say 10 years ago, because 10 years ago is when I started coloring, maybe. I started dabbing into coloring. And back then, they were expensive. They were about $180 for pencils. Now, you can get them on Amazon. Hello, someone just joined us. I can't pronounce your name. Sudhi, I think. Back then they were like $180, which is crazy. I don't know if I would spend that much now, but I probably would. I'm not going to even front. So what I'm doing is just blending all the colors together. Right now on Amazon, they're about $80. So they're half of what they were, almost half of what they were 7 years ago. And sometimes you can catch them on sale for like $60. So you just have to watch. I think the best place to get them is Amazon. But you might be able to catch them on sale at, I hear Michael's sometimes have them on sale. And so I'm just blending all of the petals together. It just takes a little time, but it's worth it. I like the outcome of how it looks once it's done. And so, yeah. So now do you see the difference in how it looks when it's blended together? When it's all blended together, it just doesn't have that white tooth look in it still. It's just basically pushes the color into the paper and smooths it out and blends the colors together. That's why it's called a pencil blender. So I think I'm done with that. Now we just need to move on to a color for the middle. And I really don't know. I think I'm going to go with a really light color. This lemon yellow looks really light. So I'm going to try this. It's PC 915. It's like a yellowish green color. And so now I'm going to move on to the next flowers, and I'm going to do these three right here in the same color. And so I'm just going to get my pencils out for that. So give me a second. So I think this one is going to be 915. Okay, so 915, 916, 7. So I'm just getting my colors together so I can go to the next flower. Where's 8? Is this 8? 916. Oh, 7, 8. I can't find it. 14, 20. All right, so now I have now 6. This is 8. So 7, 9, 5, 8. Babe, say something. 9, 7, and 20. Okay. My husband asked what kind of breakfast did I have this morning. He know what kind of breakfast I had this morning because he made breakfast. So my husband made us brunch this morning. And the colors I'm going to use, I'll tell you what I have for brunch in 1 second. The colors I'm going to use is lemon yellow 915. Hey, Shell. How are you doing? Yeah, that's what I wanted. This flower, the object of this that I thought was, thank you, Mom, that this flower, because it's so big, I thought this was the center of attention flower. And it should pop and everything else around it should go with it. And that's my goal. And that's what you want to think when you're doing the picture. You want to kind of find out what's your focal point. And this flower is definitely the focal point. So that's what you want to make stand out and pop. Definitely. So I'm going to use 916, PC 916. PC 915, PC 917, which is sunburst yellow, and PC 1032, which is a pumpkin orange. Glad you're doing good, Shell. Glad you joined us. And so I'm just going to use that for these these little flowers right here. Yeah, these 4 flowers right here. And so I'm going to start out with my lightest again, which is the PC 915, and I'm just going to lay that color everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to lay that color everywhere. And so I'll lay that color on the whole petal. What is the silver piece on my pencil? The silver piece on my pencil is called a pencil extender. And because my pencil is so little, Michelle, my pencil is really little. I'll take it out the extender so you guys can see it. But it just makes you be able to use a smaller pencil. When your pencils get too small, it's hard to grip them. And so when I take it out, my pencil is this little. It's very tiny, so it makes it hard to color with it. So I bought some pencil extenders, and they come in all different colors. I have one on this one too. This is a purple one, which is my favorite color. And you just put them in there and screw your pencil, put your pencil in there, and then screw it on tight, and it extends your pencil. And that way, especially like people with arthritis like me, I have arthritis, and it's hard when the pencil is small. It makes it easier to color. So let me just put that back on there. So yeah, I forget how much these cost. They're not that much. You get like, I think it came with like 7 in a pack of 7, and they were all different colors. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot something on that flower over there. I forgot to do the little petal on the flower. I'm going to have to go back and do that. Crap. I don't know how I forgot that. But first I'm just going to color in these 3 with this color first. yes, everyone, please share this video. So I want people to know that I'm doing lives now, and I want to try to get more people to join us. And this is just to show you beginners what you can do and how easy it is. It may seem hard when you first start out, but if you just learn, the what to do's, you can learn to color just like this too. It's not that hard. It's just hard knowing what to do and what colors. The hardest thing is trying to figure out what colors to pick. I think that's the hardest thing. I still struggle with that sometime, and I've been coloring almost 10 years, so yeah, I get it. But you eventually get an eye for it. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. You get an eye for it eventually from doing it, and you kind of, can tell what colors go great together. And so I'm just laying my first color on all three of these petals. All three of these flowers, petals. And then I'm going to go back because I guess talking to you guys, I forgot this little part right here on this flower. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to just take that crimson red. This one needs an extender on it almost because it's little, it's getting there. But I'm going to take crimson red and I'm going to put it right in this petal part. Oh, so I wanted to finish telling you guys. So I woke up today and my husband, because he knew I had live today and I was so nervous to get on here and do this with you guys. Like I've been putting it off just because, but I know I need to do it because I think this would be more helpful for people. But I woke up today and my husband made us brunch and it was so good. He made eggs Benedict with ham and sausage and a fruit salad. So that got me going this morning and kind of helped get the jitters out of me because I was definitely nervous doing this. So if I sound nervous, guys, I kind of am. So yeah, so I put the red in that flower. Now that flower's done. It was amazing, Michelle. It was good. And so now that I've put the light color on this one, I'm going to go ahead and move to my second darkest color, kind of. And my second darkest color is the Sunburst Yellow. PC 917. I sound like a natural. Aw, thank you, Mary. That makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like it's worth doing because I don't, sometimes your brain just tells you, what are you doing this for? What's your point? Your brain always gives you those negative thoughts. And you have to fight with those negative thoughts. So hearing it from other people, I really, really do appreciate it. And so I'm just adding this color to the top of these petals. And I'm not going all the way down. I'm just adding it to the top of these petals. And so we're just going to add it to the top of each one. And I know it looks light on camera, but it's actually a light orange color. So I'm not going all the way down. I'm just like taking it midway. And then I'm going to go to the next color, which is my PC 1032. It's pumpkin orange. And that's going to go at the top. I think I did this backwards. That's going to go at the top of the petal. So these flowers are going to be kind of light colored. They're not going to be that dark. And we're just going to keep these light. And so the reason I'm keeping these light is because I still want this one to stand out and be the major focal point of the page. So I'm just adding this really to the top of the petal, and that's about it. Not much like I did the other one. And so now I'm going to blend it together with my blender pencil. But first I'm going to wipe those crumbs away. When I do this, it shakes my camera, so I hope that's not bothering you guys. So how you been, Show? I see you had another event. Did it go good? And so I'm just going to do the same thing that I did here to these two. And I'm just going to take my second darkest color, which was the Sunburst Yellow 917. So what do you... Yeah, crumbs can leave streaks on the picture, Mom. That's why I try to use a very soft brush, because at first what I was doing was just wiping it away with my hand. And when I wiped it away with my hand, guess what? It smeared everywhere. Right? Of course. So I needed a brush. I needed something. And I thought, you know what? A makeup brush is really soft. So I bought a really pretty makeup brush, and that's what I use to brush the crumbs away. That way they don't smear on the page. And so, like I said, I'm not taking this all the way down. I'm taking this halfway down. So you don't want to take this one all the way to the bottom. So I want to leave that bottom down there lighter than the rest. And I'm going to do this other one over here too. Than the rest of the flower. I want that bottom to be lighter than the rest of the flower. So do you guys think that when I do the next live, June 6th, I want to pick, I think I will have something that can download. And so I have a free download. Johanna Basford, who makes this book, she has a free download where you can download her pictures and you can print them on some paper and you can color them. So I was thinking, if I pick a picture from there, you guys might be able, I forgot a petal. You guys might be able to follow along with me next time. And we all can just get our pencils out. We don't have to have the same pencils. But to have the same picture would be nice. So do you guys think that you guys would be able to print the picture out that I'm going to color and maybe follow along, or do you prefer just like watching? Because it's okay if you don't want to follow along. You don't have to. You can. Some people just want to watch, you know, and maybe go back and look at it later and do it. But I'm just wondering if you think it would be better in advance for me to put out what I'm actually coloring, so if people want to follow along, they can. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So this is my third color, and this is, I didn't tell you guys, but this is the same color that I put right here, and it's the pumpkin orange, and I'm only putting it at the top because I want this flower to be much lighter, and that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to do it to the other one too. So does anyone have any more? Yes, I will post the final of this, and so that everybody can see it. And I'll post it every time, and not only will I post it, I'm recording right now also. So I'm making a YouTube video as I'm doing a live. So this will also be up on my YouTube channel. If you want to go back and just follow along by yourself, you can do that. So this video will be on my YouTube channel. And for those who may not know what my YouTube channel is, it's at Colorful Tamiko. And so now I'm just going to blend these two because I haven't blended these two. Well, luckily I have my iPad because I'm actually looking at the comments on my iPad instead of the computer that I'm doing live from, because it's not, my comments was not showing up. It has a little lag to it, but I still can see. Aunt Mary says she would like the downloads, but I love watching you. I think I get more out of it. Oh, great. Well, I'm glad that it helps. And if that's what you guys want to do, just watch, then that's fine. You can watch and ask questions, and that's the whole point of it. So I'm just blending this all together with the blender pencil. I think I like doing the lives. Even though this is my first live, I think I like doing them because I get to interact with you guys also. So now I've done those three, and I think the color that I'll choose for the middle of this is this pumpkin orange, and I'm just going to put that in the middle of those. But this one has little rings around it, so I might have to do a different color for the rings around. Let me think about that. Maybe a darker red color. Yeah, that probably will go great with that, those little rings around there. A darker red color, like the color that's in here. And so I'm just putting a light pressure. When I'm doing one coat, I'm usually just doing light pressure. You don't want to go in too heavy-handed. If you go in too heavy-handed, you'll lose the tooth of your pencil, the tooth of your paper really quick. And you'll know what I'm saying about tooth of paper. The tooth of the paper is what catches the pencil color. It's what the pencil grabs onto when it lays down on a sheet of paper. If my sheet of paper was really glossy and shiny and slippery, the pencil wouldn't really go down great on that paper because it doesn't have any tooth on it. So you want paper with some tooth when you're coloring. Yes, the little lines. Yes, I like to color the little lines on it to make it like pop out. So I'm going to go back to this color right here and put that around this little thing, these little rings right here. And see how I just pulled a color out of there to match here? That's what you kind of want to do. You want to make a color combination palette, but you want to make sure everything goes together. And you can do that by pulling colors from somewhere else, from the other flower, and bringing it into this flower. That way it matches. Like making an outfit or what you're going to wear that day. You want everything to kind of match. And so now you see how that is kind of matching with that one. And so now I'm just going to go, I'm leaving the leaves for last. I'm just going to go to these small little ones right here. And I have a different palette for that. So I'm going to get my pencils out for that. And I'm also going to give myself a drink of water because I'm thirsty. Okay. So the palette for this one is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little 7 little flowers. And I think I'm going to do 9 to 1, which is 18, 17. I'm just getting the pencils out for this palette. So I'll be a second. Okay, 18, 17, and 14. So what I'm using for these is PC 921, which is a pale vermilion. PC 918, which is orange. And wait, 17, 18. Sorry, I'm not using the vermilion. I'm using the poppy red, which is 922. 921. Okay. Question was asked, do I know before what color to use? No, I don't usually know like right off bat what color to use. When I do like my YouTube channel, I pick out a palette and then I go ahead and do it on camera. But and like before I did this live, I'm kind of picking out, like this one I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just picking out colors as I go. But I picked out a palette for this the night before. So what you want to do is you want to pick out a palette for your picture. And so that's kind of how I do it. I will pick out something for the focal point picture, which is this big flower, and then I'll decide later what to pick that goes around it. So once I have a palette for the main picture, I usually just pick around what to do for the next ones. So you have to it'll become natural to you on how to pick colors. Basically, I kind of look at the color wheel, which I've done a video on the color wheel, and you just kind of see what colors goes together. And so I know that red and orange go together and yellow go together. One reason I know that they go together is because orange and red and yellow makes orange. So that's how you kind of can know that those colors will go together. But you can also look at your color wheel to figure that part out too. So I'm just going to go in with my darker color, and I'm going to start on this one down here. Actually, I'm going to go with my lighter color and go ahead and put my lighter color down first. And I'm just going to put my lighter color all over the flower, just like I did all of the other ones. And these ones I want to match to this a little more too. So I'm just putting it all over the flower. But picking colors is the hardest part. Like I said, it's the hardest part to do because it just is. I don't know why it is the hardest part, but it's the hardest part. Another way to pick is by using, a color wheel, or by using, I always look at other things for examples. Like I look at plants outside. I look at pictures of art. I like to look at, just a lot of different other things to give me ideas on colors. And I can see a pattern in something. I can go outside and look at a flower and be like, oh, that's a pretty palette. That's a pretty color. And then I'll try to do that color when I get home, because it's pretty. And so I'm just laying the first layer down on all of these petals, and it's a lot of them. And I want this one to kind of match that one a little better than that one. That one is more lighter. I wanted that one to be lighter so it wouldn't blend in with everything. I'm a 4. What is a 4 exactly? You plan things? What's a 4? My mom is into, what do you call it, Mom? Where it tells like what kind of personality you have. And it's on a number scale of your personality. I forget exactly what it's called. But she's saying that I'm a 4. In a personality scale. She's probably saying that I like to plan things. No, I'm 11. On the Enneagram, that's what it's called. Oh, artist. A 4 is an artist. Really? I don't consider myself an artist, but a lot of people say that. Like, you're an artist. I guess because, I don't know. I guess you can call this art. You can, call it art. That's what we're doing. Being creative. So, I'm finished laying that first layer down. Oh, I like the fact that, and I just, I don't know if I've always been an artist. Even when I was younger, I always planned things with my sister and brother. We would play school, and of course I was the teacher. So I think maybe, that is part of my personality. I don't know. So I'm going to start with the 921, and I'm just going to go around the edge of this and put that into the top of it, of each petal. And so we're almost done here. Then I have to do the leaves, and then we'll see if we get to the background. I don't know if we'll get to the background within this, because I don't want to go too long. I know, you still have things to do on your Sunday. So do you guys think the time is okay? 2 o'clock is a good time on Sunday? Or do you think it should be earlier or later? I thought 2 o'clock would be, I don't know, I just thought 2 o'clock was a good time. But I know some people like visiting us from different time zone. Like Michelle, you're from, what time is it where you're at, Michelle? So I'm just putting this on the top of each petal. And I'm going in with medium pressure because this is the second layer. And the second layer has to have a little more pressure to get the pencil to get that color down. Aunt Mary, do y'all? Yeah, Aunt Mary, you have the same time that we have, right? It's not that. Yeah, I think you have the same time at Ocean Shores. So I'm just going to each petal and putting this at the top of the petals. And I'm trying to speed it up a little bit, so that's why I'm not talking as much. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm listening, or I'm reading. Yes, Aunt Mary, you still have the same time. Yeah, I thought so. So is 2 o'clock a good time? And so you guys can see how this one is going to match more to the bigger flower. You can just tell because this orange is darker. And I think we might have, no, we didn't use this. We didn't use this orange in that one. But it's close to that orange. So that's why it matches well. And so I take my books to make it easier to get color in. Because it's so hard to color in my books when they're not bound. I take them, I want to tell you guys that I take them to Office Depot and I get them spiral so that I can color easier when I'm on camera and I don't have to hold the page down to try to color. It only costs, I think it costs $4 to get it spiral. So I took all my books up there to get spiral. Okay, 2 works good for Aunt Mary. Shell, what about your timing? Is she still here? Anyhow, I take my books to go get spiraled. So if you guys find it uncomfortable to color in your book, you might want to think about taking it to your local office place and get it spiraled. Like I said, I think it was only like $4. The only thing about it is they kind of caught the edge of my picture here, as you can see. So it's hard for me to color into that edge. But other than that, it turned out great. And it's only on this picture. None of my other pictures are caught into the edge like this. It's just this page. So I'm going to the next one, which is PC 918. And I'm just going to take that color right where I left off with the other color and bring it down further. And these little tiny flowers are so little, they don't take that long to do. So yeah, it is. I just thought about it. I think I seen someone else do a book like that. It wasn't a coloring book. And I was like, I should do my coloring book like that. So when you're at home and you're trying to color and you're just sitting in your lap coloring, because I like to color while in my lap at the doctor's office, it also helps there too to color on your lap. And it just, the other page just doesn't get in your way. So yeah. Just take the book on up there and tell them you want it to be spiral bound, and they'll do it for you for $4. And here at my local office place, they also laminate your vaccination card for free. So my husband got his vaccination card laminated. I didn't get mine done at that time because I hadn't had my second shot yet. So I'm just laying this color down right after the first color I put on each petal. And you want to blend it into that second color, that first color. You want to blend it into there. So you basically want to start right where you left off at and blend it into there. So I was like, I need to spread the word and let people know that you can do this to your book. So I'm just going back to the first color that I started off with, which was the sunburst yellow. And I'm just going to make sure that that's blended kind of good in there. That's all. So I'm just adding a little more pressure. And I'm also going to put that in the middle of each of the flower too while I'm at it. Mary, you said my colors don't look blended, so you recommend that I get the pencil to help me with that? Yes. Or what pencil set do you have? Mary, what pencil set do you have? Because it kind of depends on if you have oil-based pencils or wax-based pencils and what you want to do. So I'm going to blend the colors together. This blender works on either oil or wax, so you can do it for either. But a cheaper way to do it is to use your white pencil. You can use your white pencil to blend your colors together also, Aunt Mary. So do you have a white pencil in your pencil set? Try that first and see how that looks. The only thing is that the white adds color. It adds a white color to it. This does not add any color at all because it's no color in this. So if you don't want to add any color, yes, I recommend getting this blender pencil to blend your colors together. And it's called Cardenci blender pencil. I would just put in Amazon search for blender pencil, Aunt Mary, and yeah, it does really help with blending, and that's what you probably need if your colors don't look blended. No problem. So those are all blended together, and this is how our picture's looking so far. It looks good. What do you guys think? So now I just need to add the green. Oh wait, I have three little flowers here. Look at me, just like, oh, I'm done. Nope, not done yet. So I have those three little flowers. I'm going to go to a different color palette, I think. Thank you. So I'm going to use PC 924 Crimson Red. PC 922 Poppy Red. And the Spanish Orange PC 1003. And I'm just going to do these three little flowers here. Won't take me no time at all to do that. So what I'll do is take the first color, which is the red, and I'm just going to put it on the ends of every, and these are so tiny. Oh my gosh. Like, really? I'm not going to be able to get much color, too many colors in here because they're so tiny. But I want this one to kind of match that one too. So I'm starting out with the darker red. And I'm just going to put that on the ends of each of these three little bitty flowers. They're so little. Giving my eyes like, what? Okay. So now I'm going to go to the next one, which is the Poppy Red. And I'm just going to go to where I left off with the other one. And this is like a little sunflower, I guess. But it's not going to be a sunflower color. And then I'm going to add the orange color to that, which is the Spanish Orange. And then I'm going to put a little orange in the middle. So that one's done. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So is anybody watching anything good on Netflix or something? I need a good movie to watch. I want to watch something tonight. And so I'm just going to go to the other one. And I think I'm just going to add the orange here because this is so tiny. You can't even see it. and it's in my binder area. So I'm just going to blend those together. And sometimes, Aunt Mary, there is occasions when you might not need a blender pencil. You know, if you I just use it when I think I need it. If your colors are not blending, then yeah. Behind Her Eyes, that's a good movie to watch? What is it on? Is it on Netflix or Amazon or? So I'm done with that. And now I'm just moving on to the leaves. So let me get my pencils for the leaves. I want to do these two little things right here. The little berries. So let me get the pencils for those little berries. 9, 18, 17, 14. So I'm just going to use two colors for that. I'm going to use the orange and the sunburst yellow. Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay, so I have to check it out. And because they're so tiny, I'm just going to do two colors because that's probably all I can fit in here. Okay, so we got one more of those up here. Do anybody know how long we've been on so far? So I don't know if I'm gonna do the leaves, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to the background. So I'm gonna go to the leaves. Yeah, I got the berry on top. Did I miss a berry somewhere? Oh, yeah, I got it. Yep, got it. Thanks, Mom. So now I'm going to the leaves, and I'm just getting my pencils out for... Babe, how long have we been on?
An hour.
So hopefully this doesn't take very long because we've been on an hour now. I don't want to go over an hour and a half really. So I'm just going to do the leaves. And the colors that I'm starting out with is PC 907, Peacock Green, PC 912, Apple Green, PC 909, Grass Green. So I have 4 colors here. And Chartreuse 989. So I'm going to start out with the Peacock Green. No, actually I'm going to start out with the Chartreuse. The Chartreuse. And I'm just going to put that right along the spine. My pencil lead broke. So I just want to put this light right along the spine of here and then bring it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you kind of want to just keep it in the middle. So I'm going to do that to each leaf. And I just decided to do the leaves all the same color. So what are you guys having for dinner tonight? I don't feel like cooking. I cooked something I haven't cooked in a long time. Well, for my first time actually cooking it. What I haven't had in a long time since I was living with my mom. Tuna noodle casserole. Haven't had it in years. And I made it yesterday. It turned out okay. It is what it is. It's tuna noodle casserole. It's like you can't screw that up. Mom, you're having Thai? That sounds good. I haven't had Thai in years. Oh my God. Are you going to the favorite Thai? Are you going to the Thai restaurant on Bainbridge? So this is my dark green, peacock green. I'm just going to do this on the edges of the leaf. Where are you having Thai at? And you just kind of want to do medium pressure and bring it out some. And you want to do that to each leaf. Hi, Mary, what are you having? Huh, I haven't been there. Kachi Thai in Posebo? There's a Thai place in Posebo? Is it new? Or have they been there? And so I'm just putting this around the edge of the leaf. And on the tip of the leaf. It's really hard to do that here on this side. Where this edge is. So I think I'm just going to leave that alone. Ooh, hamburgers on the grill. Yum, yum, yum. Near the market. Oh, it's a Thai place over there. Are you talking about Central Market? I think I know what you're talking about. It's not. It's a little new, isn't it? It's not too new, but it's a little new. You don't go to the one on Bainbridge anymore? Yeah, it's a little new. That sounds good. So we'll be getting off of here in a little while so we all can go make dinner. Okay, so now I've done all of those leaves in that color with the peacock green around the edge. And now I'm going to take the grass green and just color in the rest of the area on the small ones. And you just kind of want to color in the middle part, and that's it, basically, on the smaller ones. On the bigger ones, I'll show you in a second, because the smaller ones, you don't have enough room to put the fourth color. You only have enough room to put 3 colors. And so I just go around the leaf and put the color in. And so now on the bigger ones, I'm just going to go and put a little, not all the way into the middle, just a little around the edge. Because I'm going to add another color, so I'm leaving a little bit of room for the other color. Oh, is it better than the other one? Oh, I didn't know it was better. Wow. Because the other one's pretty good. So if it's better, it's got to be like awesome. Michelle, what are you having? Is Michelle still here? She haven't said anything. It says she's still here. So this is the next color, which is the apple green. And this is the last color. And I'm just filling it in. So my mom said that Thai place and Posable is much better than the one on Bainbridge. Okay, so now we're done with the leaves. I'm just going to do these little bit of leaves right here. And I think I'm just going to do 2 colors because you can't really do much with those. And I'm using chartreuse. And I'm just adding the green on top of those. Which is apple green. I'm going to have to check that Thai place out if you say it's better. I was told about that Thai place like a year ago and I still haven't been there. Keep forgetting that it's there. We didn't go there when Little Jack came here, did we? No, that was somewhere else. And so I'm just finishing up the leaves. And then I'm going to, so like the leaves, Aunt Mary, I'm not really going to blend except for the big ones. The smaller ones is just not really worth trying to blend it. So when you're doing leaves, you always want to pick more than one green. The best way to do leaves is always pick at least 2 colors, at least. Because if you go outside and look at leaves, leaves are never just one green. It's always multiple greens. So to make your leaves look lively and pop, just use more than one color. You can, even if you only use 2, that's fine. But more than one green makes it look more like a leaf will look. I'm going to blend this one because it's a little medium. And when I blend, I kind of make my camera shake, and I'm trying not to make it shake. So yeah, I think we're done with the whole picture. I forgot this one. I'm just going to do the background. And that is going to take us just a second. So that's how it looks so far. I think I got over here. So it's turning out great. So the background, I just picked a gel pen for it. And I picked like a black glittery gel pen for it. So I got this set of gel pens from Amazon. They're called Color It. And it's black with some glitter. And I'm just going to lay that on the back. And it'll be glittery in the background. A black glitter. And it also, black always makes your colors pop. So remember that. If you have some bright colors, using black for a background can also make your colors pop. Another black that I would use is just a black marker. Just a black marker would work also. But I wanted to give it some sparkle. So I'm going to use the gel pen. And it's a faster way to do a background. See how that looks so far? Just try to make sure that you don't put your hand inside of it and smear it, because it's easy to smear. You need to let it dry for at least, the thing about gel pens is before you close your page, you need to let it dry for at least a couple hours, I would say, just to make sure it's fully dry. And if you did a marker, you wouldn't have to wait till it dry, but a gel pen, you definitely have to wait till it dry. And I got this set of gel pens. It was a bunch of them from Amazon. I think it was about, I want to say about 70 of them, like $10. All different colors, and it came in its own case. They're called Color It, and they just come in handy when you want to do some embellishment. It's always nice to do some embellishment in your colorings so that it pops. I'm out of the camera. And you can do a background really quick. It's almost like painting, but it's not paint. It's a pen. You can also do a black background with pencil if you wanted to. I've done it with pencil before too. So don't be afraid to experiment with your background color. So I'm not talking because I'm concentrating on this background and getting this done. I only got this little spot here to do. Yeah. I also did the background. So that's the background. Now it's all sparkly and pretty. It's still wet, but we're done with the picture. What do you guys think? How do you guys think it turned out? Can you see the sparkle in it? It's so sparkly. I want you guys to be able to see the sparkle, but it's hard to see the sparkle on camera. Can you see it? Sparkling. So that's my little square, and we'll be wrapping it up now. I'm glad you guys joined me, and so I want to say thank you for coming, and I hope you guys come again. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's the end of my picture. So bye everybody. See you next time. June 6th. Don't forget, June 6th. I'll see you guys June 6th. I'll flip my camera back around so you guys can see me. Flip the camera thing for me. Oh, oops. How do I do it?
Pull it.
So thanks for joining me, everyone. I had a great time. And I'll see you guys again June 6th. Don't forget, we'll be right here. And we'll be coloring another square and or something else that I pick. But see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Have a colorful day.
Have a colorful day.